Was the boogeyman.
As a matter of fact, it was.
When the myth of making movies, the stories behind making movies is almost as famous as the movie itself, which is obviously the Shatner mask.
Do you think he ever sought payment for that? Because Shatner was on hard times for a while.
Yeah.
Do you think he ever thought, when he found that out and said, hey, do you think he ever, I guarantee you Shatner probably contacted his attorneys to say, hey, what can we get from them?
I'm sure.
Don't you?
I'm sure. But he wouldn't even really have a leg on that then, right? Because he would have licensed his image to Don Post or whoever made that mask. So it'd really be the licensor that had the rights to it. But yes, he probably did.
Tommy Lee
I heard
Wallace
he wasn't happy with it for a while. Like he was not happy that his image was being used for this horror thing. But
I'm sure he was pissed off, especially if it was done without a check attached. I mean, the thing about it wasn't, it's written, the mask that they used was close to what was described in the original script. And it had a different ending when Carpenter, or it had a different beginning when Carpenter scripted it, which was you dolly down a street and you find that mask in a gutter. That's how the movie originally opened.
Oh, wow.
And, Tommy Lee Wallace, the production designer on it, who I think also did some editing, he picked a couple of options up, which were, one was a clown mask. And he said, that's one way to go. And the other one is the Shatner mask that's docked up to, doctored and refab to look like, a lifeless face, which was the great call to go with. And, I hate clowns. Maybe that's why I relate to the decision to use the Shatner mask. But Shatner was probably, of course, pissed off that it was,
they still
especially when the
clown.
movie came out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They still use the clown, the little kid at the, Mike.
Is that the clown mask they had? I didn't know.
Yeah, he's in a full clown suit. It's like he's standing there with the knife as the parents come home. And he's in a full clown suit, and he's got the clown mask.
And by the way, just from like to step back from a theatrical moment, I understand why the shot is the shot but you come home from a dinner out and the babysitter, you're not in the house yet, and your kid's standing out front with a knife, a butcher's
bloody knife,
blood on it.
Yeah.
I think my reaction is going to be a little bit more pulsed up. But hey, look, it's a movie, and And, I got to salute Carpenter because he's got a lot of guts as a filmmaker. I know a lot of the reviews shook him up. He confesses to that at the time, and he was pissed off about a lot of things. But he had an opportunity to make a movie. He fit a script within the financial framework that was offered based on the idea he was told to pursue, which you got to remember, he's got his name on that movie, but there was a lot of chefs going forward initially. Yablans being the main guy saying, this is my idea and this is what I want to do. And then this is what I'm going to get the money for. And here's the money Carpenter needed. They got it. And those were the marching orders. Like, for people who are critical of this movie and what it's about, like, this is a pretty great delivery for what the conditions were to make a movie.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.